Hi, welcome back to the 130 Women Gallery. We are up to woman number 12, installation 12, a whole different feel again. We're getting a little bit rustic and down to earth here with this one. So I would like to introduce you to an incredibly down to earth woman who is in installation number 12. So who do we have in here for installation number 12? We have none other than 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵𝓫𝔂. Granny 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵, known to a lot of people. She has a lot of descendants still living in the area who speak fondly of 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵. Some of you may know of the 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵 hostel at the top of Hannon Street, which is actually named after 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵. Born around 1900, 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵 was actually the daughter of a very powerful landowner. But as you can see, her mother was Indigenous. So 12.𝓣𝓣𝓲𝓵 kind of tells a darker part of our past, a little bit a story that needs to be told, that we do need to know about, that a lot of people don't know about, but also tells an amazing story of compassion and caring and inclusivity. So let's have a little bit of a wander around and learn about her as we go. You can have a little bit of a listen here to an interview that we had with one of 12.𝓣𝓼's descendants, who's having a chat about 12.𝓣𝓼 and what she was like, and some stories about what her home was like to visit as a child. So one thing about 12.𝓣𝓼, you can see a bit of a common thread here. We have some washing, we have a copper, we have some odd socks on the line. So 12.𝓣𝓼 was very hospitable. When she, in her later years, when she lived in Kalgoorlie, she made sure that everybody who came to town had somewhere to stay, had clean clothes, had food. So people would come into town, and that would be their port of call to be looked after while they were in visiting Kalgoorlie. Hence the 12.𝓣𝓼𝓲𝓵 hostel being named after her. It's very much what she just did to make sure everybody was taken care of. These socks here, I'll show you these in close detail. So this is Bicky art. And if we come and look closely, I think most people are missing this. This is actually drawn with a big biro. Yes, like just a standard blue pen is what these are drawn with on the timber. Absolutely incredible. I think most people are thinking it's actually a photograph, and can't blame them to think so. Love the title of this one, A Pair of Spares. Absolutely classic. So Bicky Art is a Fremantle-based artist who spends probably a third of her year out here in the goldfields. You'll often find her maybe doing a residency at Black Crow, or entering our local competitions and just working away, pottering away in her studio in the goldfields for a good portion of the year as well. She's a bit of a transient artist. Now, over here we have something that tributes to the earlier years of 12.𝓣𝓼𝓼's life. So this is one of our juniors, Ashley King. Ashley is a high school student. She's drawn a horse for us because 12.𝓣𝓼, horses were a huge part of 12.𝓣𝓼's life. She grew up on the station and she was a jillaroo, one of the best jillaroos, worked alongside all of the men. And she also was so great with horses that she helped to train the light horseman infantry. What a very cool thing to lay claim to. All right, now this one here gets into a little bit about what was happening at that time. So 12.𝓼𝓼 was born in 1900. The West Australian Aborigines Act of 1905 actually governed almost all aspects of the lives of Aboriginal people, which led to things like the stolen generation. 12.𝓼𝓼's father actually petitioned quite strongly to have her remain at home with him. Because she was half white, half Aboriginal, they wanted to put her in Mount Margaret Mission. But being the powerful landowner he is, he managed to petition to get her exempt from that, which was very rare and very special and unique for her. Now, something that also happened, you can see here a common thread through two of these artworks. This number. When we were researching �11, this was one of our reference photos that came up for us. The source of this reference photo was actually anthropological work, study of Aboriginal people of the goldfields, where they were all given a number to categorise them and to catalogue where they were in the goldfields and their families. So quite a disturbing part of our history. Remember, at this point, Aboriginal people were actually considered fauna of Australia. So these artworks aren't necessarily condoning anything or making a statement. They are just, I guess, documenting that this is part of our history. So this one here by 𝓒𝓸𝓸𝓹𝓮𝓻, 𝓒𝓸𝓸𝓸𝓹𝓮𝓻 of the land, actually tells a few parts of her story. We can see the trails of the horses and the contours of the land. She moved across the land a fair bit. She was a Jillaroo. And it just tells her story across the land. This funky little quilting textiles piece. Over here is 𝓒𝓸𝓸𝓸𝓹𝓮𝓻, titled "What's in a Number?" Part of our history that we decided that it was needed to document our Indigenous population with numbers. Quite disturbing. There's a little bit more information here about this, and you can look it up as well for yourself if it's something that you haven't heard of before. Our last piece here for �11 is a beige dimer. So beige is actually the, let me get this right, I think it's great-granddaughter? Great-great-granddaughter. Beige dimer. You may know a lot of the dimer's artwork from around the goldfields. This is beige, and �11 was her great-great-grandmother, so we asked her to do a piece to tribute her great-great-grandmother, and she was honoured and came up with this artwork for us. And there's a little bit of information here about it. I just want to do a close-up of the beautiful colours in here. So this one went on the live auction when we opened. So unfortunately, this is one of our most asked after paintings, but it's already sold. The rest of �11's artworks are still available. And the proceeds from everything in �11's one give tribute to how she provided home and house and bed and washing and meals to everybody who travelled through town. And we've actually chosen Orange Sky as the beneficiary. Orange Sky are the mobile washing service that you will see around town. We thought that was quite fitting to what �11's life was about. So see here, the silent auction, where we're up to. The copper boiler is part of the auction as well. Quite a bit up for grabs there still in �11's. So if you're looking to find something as a keepsake for the 130 Women exhibition, who better to have in your possession than �11? Just a remarkable woman. Absolutely remarkable woman.
I'll attach a bit of her story to this, and you can also find her full story in the 130 Women booklet. So that's number 12. We have one more left to go. Come on into the 130 Women Gallery. We are open from Wednesday till Sunday, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. And our last day is Thursday, the 6th of April. See you soon.